Hi guys, it's Alexi coming at you with this week's installment of Retro Gaming Goodness. We're entering the last month of Q2 of 2023. Boys and girls, and we got retro games aplenty. Yeah, the lineup we have for this week is stacked to the brim with action, adventure, and more importantly, fun. From sprawling open fields to monochrome dungeons to the spooky depths of space. This week's 3 games are guaranteed to either hype you up or at the very least pique your interests. But let's be honest, for as long as it's old school, we know it's going to be a fun ride. So sit back, relax, and we'll get right to this week's retro trifecta. But before that, make sure to like and subscribe so you'll always be up to date with the latest retro news. Click that bell icon so you'll know exactly when our news goes live. Let's go! If you're a fan of awesome old-school arcade platformers, then you probably know about Toki. Released way back in 1989 by Akira Sakuma, it broke into the scene and found its way into a variety of systems like the NES, Sega Mega Drive, Atari Lynx, Atari ST, Amiga, and of course, the good old Commodore 64. So imagine you're an ape transformed from a human that shoots energy balls from your mouth. Pretty cool, right? All you have to do is beat up strange creatures with an evil wizard and you're good. Now the best news here is that pretty soon it looks like we'll be able to play a remastered version for the C64. So far things are looking good with the sprite colors, but we still need to give it a bit more time before we can actually get our hands on it. That being said, it's nice to see that the devs are focusing on making sure this version of Toki lives up to the classic, and we can't wait to see how it turns out. Now we move on to another retro console, namely our good old reliable Amiga. This time we got a brand new demo for the upcoming game Tony by Monochrome Productions. So far, aside from the teaser they dropped, we have very little info on the development process. Yeah, it looks like they're keeping things on the hush-hush, and that makes it all the more interesting. Thanks to Paweł Tukacz, Mikhail Brzezinski, Rafał Dufek, and Excellent, we have a working demo and a nice monochromatic action game to be excited for. I mean, it is all about aesthetics, y'all. It's an action-adventure game which is a tribute to Tony Hallock, a Polish filmmaker and explorer who had his own fair share of adventures as he created documentaries through the 1900s. From what we see, this game looks to be nice and fun reimagining of his exploits, which takes you through a variety of caves, dungeons, and a whole lot more. Best believe we'll bring you more news about Tony once Monochrome Productions sets their wheels in motion. So we covered the open plains and dark crevices of the Earth, so now let's set our sights on some interstellar travel. The Sanchez Crew are bringing us Aliens Neoplasma, an awesome action horror side-scroller for the Spectrum. Aliens Neoplasma is a horror platformer that serves as a reimagining of the classic Aliens. And yes, there will be face-huggers, just for you. If the idea of running and shooting through a massive spaceship and hiding from horrifying xenomorphs is your idea of a good time, then you'll feel right at home. It's also worth noticing that this version can run specifically on the ZX Spectrum Next with quite the graphical overhaul. There's suspense, action, and a whole lot of aliens to face. So if you have a ZX Spectrum Next collecting dust on your shelf, this might just be the game for you. As of now, Aliens Neoplasma is available on itch.io for both the ZX Spectrum and ZX Spectrum Next. And if you want to start blasting some aliens to smithereens, then go ahead and check this one out. There you have it, another week of sweet retro gaming goodness. If you have any suggestions for any news to cover, or if we missed anything, let us know down below. As always, don't forget to like the video so YouTube's algorithm shows us some love. Again, I'm Alexi, and I'll catch you all again next time.